Okay, good evening everyone. I welcome you all for this web development course session 6. In this session we are going to look at PHP. Okay, so till now we have discussed about the basics of the web development like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So these three are the very fundamental concepts every web developer should know. Okay, and now we are moving on to server side programming. For that we need a language called PHP, and after this we will be looking at the database in the next class, and then in the coming classes we will see how to integrate the front end and as well as the back end, and then using the server side programming. Okay, first of all let's understand what is PHP. PHP is actually derived from a name called hypertext preprocessor. Okay, so from this they have derived a word called PHP. It's a widely used open source scripting languages. Actually, it's a server side scripting language, we'll call it usually. Okay, because these scripts are executed on the, and it is free, and you can download and use just like your Python. It's open source and it's free. Okay, what are the things you should know if you want to learn this PHP? Okay, uh, as I already told you, PHP is for web development, which is used on the server side for scripting. For this you should have the knowledge of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Then only you can move on to PHP. Then what is a PHP file? What it consists of? Okay, the PHP files contains text, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also the PHP code. The PHP file not only contains purely the PHP code, it also has a mixture of all these contents: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so PHP code is actually executed on the server, and the result is returned to the browser, that is for the user as a HTML page. Okay, so the PHP files have an extension .php. Okay, so you'll have to save the file as .php. What can PHP do? Okay, what are the things you are going to do with PHP? Okay, PHP can generate dynamic page content. Dynamic in the sense, based upon the user request, it will send you the reply dynamically. Okay, and it can create open, read, write, delete and close the files on the server. Okay, so it is capable of handling files on the server. It is able to do any operations on the file which is available on the server. PHP can collect form data. So as I told you in the previous classes, when I was discussing HTML forms, I told you there are several controls available in the HTML form. Through that the user is sending some data. So all these data will be collected by the PHP file, and it will process the data and it will send you the reply. And PHP can send and receive cookies. Cookies is something like small information about the users, and PHP can add, delete, modify data in your database. PHP can take the data from the user and it can store the data into the database, and at the same time it is capable of doing deletion, modification of data in the database. And PHP can be used to control user access, and it is able to encrypt the data also. Okay. Now why PHP? Why you are going for PHP? It has some features like PHP can run on various platforms like Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac OS. Okay, so all type of platforms you can run PHP, and PHP is compatible with almost all the servers. Okay, you'll have like Apache server, IIS server. Okay, all servers supports PHP, and PHP supports a wide range of databases. Actually, we are using PHP MySQL. Not only MySQL, other than that, you'll have lot of databases. So it supports many databases like MongoDB, all those things. So all databases you can use with PHP. And PHP, as we saw already, PHP is free open source, and PHP is easy to learn and runs effectively on the server side. Okay, so that is the reason why we are going for PHP. Now, how do you install this PHP? Actually, we need PHP and MySQL. Okay, so both of this has to be installed. Okay, then only you can work on the server. At the same time, you can access the database also. You can store something into the database and get something from the database. Okay, so you need to find a server in such a way that it supports both PHP and MySQL. Okay, so once you found that that kind of web server, you can install the web server on the PC, and then automatically PHP and MySQL will be installed. Okay, so one of that server is XAMPP server, XAMPP. Okay, so some of you might be heard about this. Okay, so this server supports both PHP and MySQL, and this server is also compatible with many platforms. You can use the same server in Windows, Linux, Mac, everything, everywhere you can use it. Okay, and there is one more server called WAMP that you can use it only on Windows. Okay, so XAMPP is it's a cross platform server. You can install this server in any platform. Okay, now how do you install this server? This is a web server actually. So you can go to this website, apachefriends.org. Okay, so this is the place where you can download XAMPP server. Okay, as you can see here, see, it shows download for all the OS. Okay, XAMPP for Windows, XAMPP for Linux, XAMPP for OS X. Okay, so like this. I'll show you this website, Apache Friends. So you can go to this website where you can find XAMPP for Windows, Linux, and OS X. Okay, so just download XAMPP for Windows. Click onto this. The download will start automatically, or if it doesn't, you can click here. So it will start downloading the file. Okay, I have already downloaded, so I will close this. Once it is downloaded, it's a normal exe file. Okay, once it is downloaded, you can just double click on it. It will start start installing. Just click next, nothing else. Okay, just give next, and it will finish the installation. Okay, so once it finishes the installation, now you need to find whether the server is installed properly or not. Okay, so how do I do that? So once it is installed, go to Windows. Here you can type XAMPP, XAMPP. Okay, so here you will get XAMPP control panel. Okay, click onto this. This is after installation. Remember, after installation, go to here Windows. That is where you will search the programs. Okay, XAMPP. You will find a XAMPP control panel. Click onto that. So you will get a control panel like this. Now I need to start this Apache server and MySQL server. MySQL server is not needed now. Anyway, I just want to tell you you'll have to check whether it is installed properly or not. Okay, so for that purpose I am telling now. So there is a start button here, click start. So Apache server is started, and MySQL, click start. Okay, now both are running now. Apache server is also running and MySQL is also running. Okay, now I want to test whether the server are running properly or not. Okay, so go to the browser, you type localhost and enter. Okay, so when I type localhost and enter, you should get this page. Okay, only if this page is visible, uh, you can confirm that the Apache server is installed properly. Okay, if you are not getting this page, it means that your XAMPP server is not installed properly. Okay, and there is some problem in the configuration also. Okay, then how do you check this one, MySQL is installed properly or not? Because I have started MySQL also here. You can see MySQL also I have started. So I just want to check that also. Okay. For that, what you should give, localhost / PHP myadmin. Okay. So type localhost / PHP myadmin. Okay, so you can see here, this is the MySQL. This is the MySQL page where you can create, delete the tables, database, and you can insert, delete the data. All kind of things you can do it with the databases. Okay, all database manipulations can be done here. Okay, so these two things you'll have to check. Localhost and press enter, you will get this page, and then type localhost / PHP myadmin, you will get this page. Okay, so once the XAMPP server is installed, you check for these two. Once both are fine, then you can proceed with the programming. Okay, now so that's what I have been mentioning in this slide. If your server has activated support for PHP, you don't need to do anything. Just create some PHP files. Once all these things are done properly, the installation, create the PHP files and place them in your web directory. I will tell you what is that web directory, and the server will automatically parse them for you. Once you place the PHP files, the server, if you open the server, automatically it runs. Okay, now you do not need to compile anything or install any extra tools. Okay, here there is no compilation, and there is no extra tools required for running your program. Okay, so since it is free, all web server, most of the web server supports PHP. Okay, okay, now let's run our first program. Okay, first PHP program, that is nothing but hello world program. Everyone will start off with, right? Okay, so before that, let me tell you the syntax, basic syntax, let me tell you, and then we'll go into the programs one by one. Okay, so PHP code you will have to write within this tag, less than, question mark, then PHP. Okay, and then I am going to close this tag with question mark and greater than symbol. So here you no need to write PHP again here. Okay, so this is the opening tag, less than, question mark, closing tag is question mark, greater than. Okay, so here you have to write less than, question mark, PHP. Okay, then within this I can write whatever the PHP program I want, within opening and closing tag. Okay, so here what I am doing, I am just printing hello world. Okay, here I am using a statement called echo. Okay, you can use echo or print. Okay, both will work. Normally in PHP everyone will use echo. Okay, So that becomes the usual practice, but if you want you can use print also, that's not an issue, both will work. Okay, now I am going to run this program, a small program. First of all, let's understand how do you run the PHP programs. Okay, now first I need to create the file, PHP file. Okay, what I'll do is I'll write small program. Sorry, I'll create a new file then. So less than question mark PHP then echo hello world. Then you'll have to close it with question mark and greater than symbol. Okay. So this file, remember you'll have to save this file. Go to C drive. Okay. In the C drive, after installation of the XAMPP, you will have a folder called XAMPP. You can see here there is a folder called XAMPP. Okay, so select this folder, and inside this folder there is a folder called htdocs. Okay, so inside this htdocs you will have to save your PHP files. Okay, for saving this PHP file, remember all PHP files should be available inside this folder. XAMPP, inside the XAMPP there is a folder called htdocs. Okay, and inside htdocs you will have to place all your HTML file as well as PHP files. Okay, now here I am creating a new folder. Okay, for example my folder is I'll put it as some I'll make it as PHP demo. Okay, so this is my folder. So inside this folder only I am going to save my file. Okay, so inside htdocs you can create a new folder, that's not a problem. Okay, or you can place directly in htdocs also. Okay, that's not an issue. Okay, so here I have given a PHP demo. Here I am writing hello. The name of the file is hello.php. Put it in double quotes. hello.php. So I will save this file now. Okay, let me close this now. Okay, so now you need to know how to run this program. Okay, so I'll go to this place. I can write localhost. Okay, localhost. When I you are getting this, and after localhost you will have to give what is that folder name, PHP demo. Okay, and after the folder name you have to give that file name. So what is the file name? What is the file name I have given? hello.php. Okay, just give hello.php. Okay, press enter now. Okay, so this is what your first program is. Okay, what I am doing here, this PHP file is available on the server. I am trying to get that PHP file and I am trying to run it on the server, and when you run that file it gives you the output like just like an HTML page, it will give you the output. Okay, so this is what happening. Okay, now actually this is I don't want this kind of output. Actually what should happen is I am sending some information from the client, that is from the user, through control. For example, I am typing something from the text box. Okay, and this information goes to the server and the server is giving some reply back. So this is what I want. I don't want directly from the server hello world. Okay, So let's see how to do this. Now instead of hello world, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print hello. For example, if I give my name Sam, it is going to give me the reply hello Sam. Okay, so that's what we are going to do now. Okay, so for that you need to write first an HTML page. Okay, so this is my HTML page, you can see. So in the previous class itself I told you, when I am taking HTML controls, you will have to create the form. After creating the form only, you can put all the controls inside the form. Okay, so what are the controls here? I am going to write text box and then submit button. Okay, so one text box will be there and one submit button will be there. Okay, then in the form tag I am writing action attribute, which is equal to, I told you in the previous classes, you will have to give some PHP file. Okay, so here the file name I have given is first response.php. Okay, so when I submit this form, these details, text box details, will go to this file. Okay, so this PHP file will take the information and then it will do the processing and then it will send you the reply back. Okay, so and it is sending through the method called post. Okay, let's see what is the difference between get and post. Okay, and now you can understand easily. Okay, now first of all let's run this program and then we'll see later. Okay. So I think you have understood this. HTML body section, I have a form. Inside the form I have input text box and one submit button. Okay, and then I'm closing the form, then body HTML is closed. Okay, so you keep this HTML separately. Then I have another file. One second, I'll go to htdocs. Okay, I already told you, you have to go to XAMPP htdocs. Inside htdocs, I will show you that response file I have written already. You can see here, this is my PHP file where I am processing the data. So what data I am going to process? I am going to get the name from the text box. I have created one text box in the HTML page. I will show you that page also. Okay, so I have created one HTML page here, and here I have a text box. The name of the text box is name. Okay, so from this text box I am getting the name. Okay, how do I get? Through this statement. So what is this statement? Post, because I am using the post method, right? Because I am using the post method, so I have to use this syntax. This is a standard syntax, $_ if I use post method I have to use post. If I use get method I have to use get. Okay, so here I am sending the data through post method, so I am using post here. Then from which control you are trying to get the data? Which control? The control name is name. Okay, that is a text box name. If you are giving some other name, then you have to give that name here. Okay, that should be in single quote. Okay, single quote or double quote, anything is work. Okay, now I got this information from the text box and then I am storing it in the variable. Okay, that variable name is again name. Okay, so that variable should be preceded with $ symbol. That is the standard syntax in PHP. Okay, so all the variables should have $ symbol in the front. Okay, if I declare a variable x, y, z, then you have to make it as $x, $y, $z. That is the standard syntax in PHP. Okay, now I got the information from the text box. Now it is available in the variable name, $name. Now I am going to print this message, echo welcome, then comma, then give the name. Dollar name is having the name whatever I supplied now, okay, from the text box. Okay, so this is what the output I am going to get. Okay, this is what I need. I am trying to send some data from the HTML through some text box or something, and I should get reply from the server by processing the data. Okay, here I am not doing any processing, just I am printing the data whatever that is coming in. Okay, okay, now I have HTML page. This is my HTML page. This is my HTML page, and this is my PHP page. Okay, so save this file as HTML and this file as PHP separately. Okay, now remember I have these two files. I am going to post these two files inside this folder PHP demo. Okay, so first is the HTML file, and first response is the PHP file. Okay, now I'll try to run this program now. Okay, so as I said already, localhost PHP demo is the folder. Inside the folder, now I am going to run the HTML file alone, first.html. Okay, so I am running the HTML file now, first.html. So here I am going to supply some name. Okay, for example, I am giving a name Rohit. Okay, and I am clicking the button, submit button. Okay, now see the message, welcome Rohit. Okay, so that response you can see from where it is coming. You can see first response.php. So automatically when I submit this button, when I click on the submit button, this data goes to the file first response. Okay, so what is available in the first response? Here it is taking the name from the text box, that is called the name, and then concatenating with welcome, and then it's printing the name. Okay, so this is what the server programming is actually. Okay, so get the data from HTML, do something, and then you print the result back. Okay, here the database is not involved, so next class we'll look at database, and then in the next class, coming classes, we'll check how to connect both HTML and database. Okay, so this is what the server side programming is. Okay, now we'll continue our program. So this is my first program I have written. Okay, next, how do you mention the comments in the PHP? So just like how do you do it in C or C++, the same way, double slash is for single line comments. Okay, so if you want to mention multi-line comments, I want to write 4 or 5 lines, multiple lines, then I can do this slash star, then write number of lines, then close with star slash. So this is the way of mentioning the comments in the PHP. Okay, then how do you declare the variable? Just like the rules which is available in C and C++, here also you will have certain rules to declare the variables. Okay, so the variable I declared in the previous example, that is $name, that is one variable. Okay, so like that you can declare any variable like $x, see here, $y, $car name, $total volume, $age. Okay, these are all valid variable names. Okay, so there are some rules. The general rule is first letter should be $. Okay, then only you can write the variable name. First letter should be $. Okay, then a variable name must start with the dollar, and then it should start with letters, not numbers. Okay, either you can start with letter or underscore. Okay, you cannot start with number, and then you can use A to Z and 0 to 9 and underscore. No other special symbols are allowed. Okay, and it is case sensitive. Remember, if I declare a variable dollar age small letter, and if I declare another variable dollar capital letter ag, okay, both are different variable, it will consider as different variables, not same variables. Remember that. Okay, then here there are four codings given over here. Okay, so it will show you how to write echo statements or print statements in different manner. Okay, so echo you can use, or print also you can use, both will work fine. Okay, so in the first coding you can see I have written echo hello. Sorry, this is print hello. Okay, echo hello, sorry, this is correct. Okay, so here there is no brackets are given. Okay, straight away it is given in double quotes, but here it is given in brackets, so both will work fine. There is no issues. Okay, the second example shows, you can see from here, echo, I can the entire HTML tag inside the echo statement. That is also possible. Okay, I can write the entire HTML tag inside PHP. See here the second example, you can see many HTML tags. Here I am including break, here I am including another break, and single quote. The single quote is also allowed. And the another example shows this string was made with multiple parameters. You can see each one is a separate string concatenated by comma. You can see. Okay, so comma is just a concatenation operator which combines all the strings. Okay, so that is one thing. Let me, if you want, I will execute this. 1 second. Let me put this coding in a page. Okay, I'll put it in this hello.php. Okay, now how to run this program? PHP demo and then hello.php. You can see here PHP is fun, whatever we have written here, because it's a H2 tag, so it is giving in big letters. Okay, then echo hello world, then I am about to learn, and see this string is displayed as a single string. I have multiple strings concatenated by comma operator. This string was made with multiple parameters, you can see. Okay, so this is what the output of this PHP file. Then the second example, that is the third example, you can see here. Here in this example I am using variables. Okay, so what is that variables is? txt1, it's a variable. Here I am storing learn PHP. Okay, it's a string. Again one more text txt2. Here I am storing the variable called hdlc. Okay, here I am using echo. Inside this echo I am writing an HTML tag h2. Okay, see inside this tag you can see I am using a variable name txt1. Okay, and again one more echo statement. Here I am writing a paragraph tag. Okay, so as I already told you, you can write HTML tags inside a PHP. Okay, so paragraph tag, inside the paragraph tag I am writing study PHP. This is normal text that will appear on the HTML. Study PHP at txt2. txt2 is HTLC. Okay, so let's run this. You can see learn PHP and study PHP at HTLC. Okay, so the purpose of this code is how I am going to use my variables in the print statement. So that's what it demonstrates actually. Okay, instead of printing only the messages, I can print the variable names also, sorry, value of the variables also here. Okay, so let's try to use print. And let me change something here, then you'll be able to understand the difference. See here, print is also working. So I have given I have changed this learn and study PHP I removed. Okay, study at HTLC. Okay, so both echo and print will work fine. Okay, so my next program, this will also do the same thing, but it's a different manner. So what it does, let's see. You can see here same coding, text 1, text 2, but the way of writing is different. See, you can see here echo. Here I am going to use single quotes. Okay, so when I use double quotes, I can combine everything within one double quote. Okay, opening and closing. Okay, but when I use single quote, you can see single quote for this, then combine with dot operator. Okay, then the text variable name. Okay, then combine with dot operator, then again h2 tag in single quotes. Okay, like this you will have to do the concatenation. This dot operator is actually a concatenation operator. It will concatenate all the strings. Okay, so that is the difference. When I use double quotes, you can directly mention the variable inside the double quote. Okay, but when you use single quote, you will have to combine this way only. Okay, the the variable name should be mentioned outside the single quote. You cannot put it inside the single quote. Okay, but when you use the variable inside the double quote, it will work fine. Okay, so same thing here also, single quote, study PHP at, all these things you put it in single quote, and only this variable name you put it outside the single quote. Okay, so that will be combined using a dot operator. Okay, so this is another coding. So it shows how you can use single quote and double quote in your echo. Double quote mark. Okay, you can see there is some error in that file. I have corrected. Okay, now you are getting the same output using single quotes itself. Okay, now we'll move on to the PPT now. So this is about echo and print statement. Wherever you have echo, you can use print also. Okay, next, what are the data types we have? We have almost all standard data types: string, integer, float, and then I will have boolean. Boolean is true or false, and then array, object, null, resource. Okay, so these are the data types. Standard data types you will have. Okay, all data types. Then again operators, all these things all common for all the languages. Okay, here nothing to discuss much here. Arithmetic operator, assignment, comparison, increment, decrement, logical operator. Logical means and or not. Okay, then string operator means string length, compare, okay, concatenation, all these are. Then array operators, then conditional assignment operators. Okay, so these are all some of the operators which is available in PHP. So almost all the operators which is available in most of the languages, that is available in PHP also. Okay, then there is if statement, if else, then nested if, and looping statement, everything same, just like other languages. Okay, just for example, I have given some if statements here, and this statement is a normal very simple if. Here you don't have any problem. Okay, it works fine. If 5 is greater than 3, echo have a good day, so that will be printed, no problem. Okay, but here there is something like it looks something new. Okay, this if statement. Okay, this is actually a conditional operator in Java. Okay, so here what we are trying to do, $a is 13, that is the a value is 13, b equal to a less than 10, this condition will be checked. Okay, and if this condition is true, this value will be assigned to this b, and if this condition is false, this value will be assigned to b. Okay, so the syntax goes like this. So this is the condition, then you should have a question mark, then true value, then colon, then false value. Okay, so first it will check for the condition a less than 10. A is 13, right? 13 is less than 10? No. If it is not less than 10, it will return this value, goodbye. Then this goodbye will be assigned to b. Okay, and this statement gets printed, echo b. So goodbye will be printed now. So if you want, I will execute this and show you. Okay, let me run this program now. You can see, so the output is goodbye. Okay, so that's what the if state, it's a one line if statement. Okay, you can call it as short if or shorthand if. Okay, so next we are moving on to loops. Okay, loops also like how do you do it in other languages? The same way it works. For then you'll have initial, then condition, terminating condition, then increment. Okay, x is 0, x less than 10, x plus plus means it will print from 0 to 10. Okay, let me show you this. You can see the number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it prints till 10. Okay, so this is what your output is. The number is, see, I am printing the variable here, $x. So x is varying from 0 to 10. Okay, so that is what the output. The next program here you have is, there is a special for statement which is available in Java. Okay, but not in C or C++. The statement is called for each. Okay, so how do you do it in Python? For x in array, something like that. This will work. Okay. Now you can see 1 second. So here what we are trying to do, we are creating an array called colors. Colors equal to array of the values is given inside, red, green, blue, yellow. This is an array of strings. Okay. Now I am writing a for loop for each. Inside this I am not writing any I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, not right. Okay. I am writing colors as x. Okay. So colors is the array name. Okay. From this array I am going to take the values one by one. Okay. So first I will take red color, that will come into x. Okay. Then it will print x. So red color will be printed. Next time it will go to the same array, take the second element, then put it in the x variable, then you print x. So like this it will happen till the end of the array is reached. So red, green, blue, yellow, everything will be printing. Okay. So see your output, you are getting red, green, blue, yellow. So everything you put it in a PHP file and put it in the server and run. Okay. First I showed you know how to run the same way. Okay. Okay. So this is about looping statement. So other than this, you will have while loop and do while loop. Everything works fine the same way. Okay. So nothing special about it. So that's why I am not discussing here. Okay. So other than this, you will have arrays, strings, everything, whatever available in other languages. Most of the concepts similar to that. Okay. So this is what we need, the basics of PHP, so that you can start working on the server side. Okay. So now with this basics, let's do a small program which will do the addition of two numbers. Okay. So I am going to send two numbers from the server side. See here I am writing a text box, two text box. Okay. Previously I have written welcome Sam, right? So now I am going to do the addition of two numbers. Okay. Let's see how to do this. So here I am writing first number. Okay. Next I am writing second number. Okay. I have two text boxes, name equal to let me put number 1, then second text box number 2. Let me change this font. Okay. So I have two text boxes now. The name of the text box is number 1 and number 2. Okay. And I have as usual submit button. Okay. So when I submit this, it goes to this page, first response.php, and method equal to post. This also I will show you now. Okay. Method equal to post and get, what is the difference. Okay. Now I have to go and change in this page. Okay. So what I have to change? My first number, I will put it as n1, that is first number. So what is the name of the text box given here? That is given in the first HTML. Okay, you can see the name of the text box is number 1. Okay, so this has to be given here. Okay, so what I will do here now, number 1. Okay, then I have to read number 2 also. Okay, so I will make it as n2 post number 2 from the second text box. First text box number 1 and second text box number 2. From the two text boxes I am reading now. Okay, so after reading I am going to print the sum now. So sum colon, then I am going to print the sum. First of all I should do the addition. So instead of doing addition, I can print straight away also $n1 plus $n2. Let's see it works. Okay, so this is what I am doing on the server now. Okay, reading two numbers and doing the sum and printing. Okay, so that's what I am printing. Let's try to run this program now. Okay, so how do I run this program? This is available in PHP demo. Now I have to open first.html, not PHP page. Okay, this is my HTML page. So I'll save this file and then I'll open. So 1 second. First. Sorry, I have changed another file which is available in, I think, another folder. Yes, correct. Okay, let me check this file. Correct, I have changed here. So let me copy this file and I will put it here. Okay, PHP demo. Okay, now let me open that file. Okay, you can see here. Let me change this coding. So I'll put a break here. Okay, then I'll get okay, something like this. Okay, now I have to enter two numbers here, for example 10 and 20, and click submit button. There is a undefined array key name. Okay, so I think I am changing the files which is available in some other folder. Okay, 1 second, let me check. This is my first response. Yeah, this file is here. So let me copy this file. I'll put it in PHP demo. Okay, now I will try to execute this. 10, 20, click the submit button. Now you can see sum is 30. Okay, so this is how I am sending the data from the form through two text boxes. When I submit, it goes to this PHP file. Where is that PHP file? Yeah. Okay, this is my PHP file. Here I am reading from the text box and I am doing the sum and I am printing the answer back. Okay, so for this these two files, HTML and PHP file, should be available on the server. So I will repeat once again, these two files should be available in the folder called I can put this path HTML. I will put it in the notepad just for your reference. C folder, XAMPP, htdocs. Inside htdocs you can put it directly, the PHP file and HTML files, or I don't want to put it directly, I want to maintain a separate folder, means you can create your own folder, okay, with your name. Here I have created PHP demo. Inside that folder I am putting all the files, okay, HTML PHP files. Then I can run, I will go to the browser and I can type local host slash, give that folder name PHP demo, then slash that HTML file name. So what is the HTML file name? So it is case sensitive, so you should be very careful. First.html. Okay, now that HTML page will open, give the numbers in the text box, then submit, then the reply will come from the PHP file. Okay, now I told you about this get and post method, right? I will show you that also. So here I am going to give get, then we will see what happens. Get, I will try to run this program now. See, when I submit here, localhost PHP, sorry, when I change get here, I will have to change in the response file also. Okay, that you no need to worry about that. And now I will show you here. What I want to show you is, if I put post, see here, I will put post now. See how the response you are getting. When I click submit button, let me close these files. PHP demo first.html. Okay, now I am getting the answer 66. See here in the address bar you are not seeing any data. I am it's showing only the PHP file name, first response.php. okay, nothing is showing when I am using post method. See, when I am using get method, let's see what happens. You don't worry about the answer because I need to change both the files. If I use get method, I will change here get, okay, and similarly I will go and change here also. Instead of using post, I have to use get. If I change there, I have to change here also, get and get. Okay, now we'll try to run this program. Now this is what PHP my demo. I will open this first.html. I will give it again. I will click this submit button. Okay, now you can see in the browser, see the number 1 equal to 77 and number 2 equal to 11. Okay, so these numbers are the inputs, whatever you are passing in the text box, that will appear on the text box, sorry, that will appear on the address bar. Okay, so whatever the data you are giving on the controls, whether it may be a text box or maybe any other control, radio button or checkbox, whatever, all these values will be sent across the network and these values gets appeared in the address bar. Okay, number 1 equal to 77, number 2 equal to 11. Okay, So this should not happen. So that's why everyone will use only the post method. Okay, most of the time no one will use get method. So that is the difference when I use get and post. Okay, so that is the difference. So if I use post, again I will show you. If I use post, you will not be able to see. I'll change here also. When I do it now, I'm getting the answer, and see here the data is not passed, only the file name it's showing. Okay, so that is the difference between using method equal to get and post. Okay, so that's all for the session today. I want to discuss about PHP. So the other things you can explore. I have covered almost all the basics in PHP. You can explore what are the arrays functions available, string functions, and the operators I have listed here. You can explore the operators. So all these things. Okay. So that's all about PHP. So I will stop with this for this session, and then the next session, coming session, we'll discuss about MySQL database. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone.